Hi everyone, I wanted to say I miss you all and I hope you're all staying safe at home and washing your hands. While we wait for school to start, I thought it would be fun to do a few baking things with you, and we're going to start off with some double chocolate muffins. Okay, first off you're going to need your recipe, which I'll post down below. You're going to need some flour, you're going to need some cocoa powder, you're going to need some baking powder and some baking soda. You're going to need some sugar, some eggs, sour cream, vanilla, oil, and some chocolate chips. But the most important thing we need, Mr. Mackenzie, so he can tell us how to do it. So the first thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 375 and get your muffin tin ready. You can either spray it with some Pam or you can use your little liners. I'm going to spray it with some Pam today. And then we're going to start mixing up the ingredients. Now, the easiest way to do this is to start from the top and work your way to the bottom. So the first ingredient is 2 cups of flour. So we'll grab the flour and our little Mickey cup. And we want 2 level cups of flour. So 1. And 2. Let's hope I have 2 cups of flour in here. Look at that, perfect. And the next thing we need is 1 cup of cocoa powder. I grab a spoon. It smells good already. The next thing we need is 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, which is here. So we have half a teaspoon and 1 teaspoon. So make sure these are level. So that's 1, 2, and a half. And we need half a teaspoon of soda, which is right here. Half a teaspoon of soda, and we'll put all those aside. Now we have 1¼ cups of sugar. And 1¼ cup. Now that is all the dry ingredients, so I'm going to give those a stir. Now you can use a mixer or you could do it by hand. I'm choosing to do it by hand because the mixer is really loud. But that's what it should look like. Okay, that's all the dry ingredients, so let's add the wet ingredients. As you notice, I've already made a bit of a mess. That's okay. That's half the fun of baking. We'll deal with that later. So we need 2 eggs plus 1 egg yolk. So if you're not used to cracking eggs, I highly recommend doing it into a bowl. So we're going to, we need 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk. So little crack, and then boop, that's 1. And then boop, 2. Now we need an egg yolk also. That was just the oven preheating. So the egg yolk is that yellow part right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these eggs into here. And then I'm going to crack this egg the same way that I did the other two. Now, if you have an egg separator, this makes it a lot easy. I don't have one, so I'm just going to do it the old school way. So we crack it. We take the top off. Now, these egg whites we don't want. See how they're falling out? We're just going to gently put that from side to side until all the whites are gone. So then all we have left is the egg yolk, which is what we need. So we're going to add this to the batter. And then we're going to throw this out. And I'm going to... So the next ingredient is oil. You can either use canola or vegetable oil for this. I don't recommend using olive oil. It changes the taste when it's heated. So we need half a cup of this. Right to the top, and we're going to add that in. Now, the next thing on the list is 1.5 cups of sour cream. I have that right here. And we're going to take another spoon. Take your 1 cup and your 1/2 cup. And we're just going to scoop her in. And you want it as level as possible. Now what's nice about these containers, they're pretty much 1.5 cups. So you just pop that right in. What I like about these, just pop them in like that. And we're gonna scrape it out. 1, 2. Pop it in like that, and that can go on the side. Now, it calls for a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now, I have artificial vanilla extract, and I usually don't measure this. You can if you want to, but I typically just eyeball it. So that looks about good, maybe a little bit more. And let's see if we have everything. We do. So it's time to stir. Now, be very careful when you're stirring this, because the flour will go everywhere. So we're going to stir until we don't see any more dry streaks anymore. See how you can see the dry there? So now that we have it all mixed up, the last thing to do is to add in anything you want. Now at school, I usually add in chocolate chips, but you can do anything at home. I have these really cool peanut butter chips that would taste delicious with it. You could add in nuts, you could add in fruit, you could add in anything you want. For today, I'm gonna add in chocolate chips like we do at school. So just throw those right in on the top and give it a little bit of a stir so it goes all the way through. There, just like that. So the next thing we need to do is add it to the muffin tins. Now the easiest way to portion these out is to use an ice cream scoop. If you don't have an ice cream scoop, you can use just a spoon or whatever it is. Just try and make everyone even so they cook the same. So we're going to scoop the stuff out into the sprayed muffin tins. And we're almost ready to go into the oven. Now, I'm going to share with you a secret for making those nice crispy tops on the muffins. We're going to grab a spoon. We're going to take a little bit of sugar, and we're just going to gently cover it. Now, doing this, when the sugar melts, it creates that nice little crunchy top. There. You don't want too much. So the recipe says to throw them in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now, everyone is different. I'm gonna throw them in for 15 minutes and then check them. Forgot to move my thing. So you want to use the center rack. We're gonna throw those in for 15 minutes. And then give it a check. So we got about a minute left, so we're gonna check them. Oh, those are looking good. So you know they're done when they bounce back nicely and a toothpick comes back dry. So that's looking good. That's looking good. That's looking good. So we're gonna call those done and pull them out of the oven. So those smell wonderful. They're almost done. We're gonna wait about 10 minutes for them to cool, and then we're gonna pop them out of the pan onto a cooling rack. So it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go grab the muffins, and we're gonna pop them out onto a cooling rack I have ready here. So they should pop out nice and easy because we sprayed them. Oh, those look good. They're still a little bit warm, but I'd say about another 10 minutes they should be good to eat. And that's all you need to do to make these muffins. I hope you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun. I miss you all, and I can't wait to see you when we get back. And until then, keep washing your hands and stay safe.